I want you to take a minute and think about the most inspiring person in your life or an event that has moved you. For me, that event is the Houston Buddy Walk, an event that takes place at the Sam Houston Race Park once a year in order to raise awareness and support for children and adults with Down syndrome and their families. I've been a part of the Houston Buddy Walk for 4 years now, and it has been one of the most inspiring movements of my life. Have you ever just had the feeling of heartwarming and joy and happiness? That's the feeling that this event brings to people. Today, I want to talk about what this event means to me, how I got started with this event, and how this event inspires thousands of people. So about 6 years ago, a close family friend of mine had their first-born son who was diagnosed with Down syndrome. His name was Max, and from the very get-go, this family did everything for Max. They started classes, they did extra therapy, they did all kinds of stuff to make sure that Max had everything he needed to be a part of this world with Down syndrome. So about 2 years into Max's life, they found out about Houston Buddy Walk. And so they started a team called Team Max's Marvels. This team, they asked me and my family to be a part of this team. And so we would go to the Sam Houston Race Park every year and be a part of this team. And it was absolutely amazing. The amount of people that you see there to support and just the smiles of the kids on those faces. It's been an amazing event in my life. This is an event that inspires thousands of people. According to the Houston Buddy Walk website, the Houston Buddy Walk was started in 1974 and has grown tremendously since then. According to another Down Syndrome Buddy Walk website, in the last 2 years, the Buddy Walk has grown tremendously, and in 2017, there was 330,000 participants who raised over $14.2 million in efforts to support local Down syndrome and other special needs organizations around the world. This event has been especially inspiring to me because I have been able to go and watch all these thousands of people in support for all these kids with Down syndrome. And it is the most amazing feeling in the world when you see those kids with the biggest smiles on their face. There was a researcher who was working on some research named Karen Deacon. And according to some of the research that they did, sorry, I forgot to go through some of my visual aids. They're hard to see. Good thing this is practice. Anyways, according to Karen Deacon, kids with Down syndrome are actually unaware of their disabilities despite visual conditions. So these kids have obvious problems and they themselves are not even aware that they have these problems. And to me, it has been so incredibly inspiring because when I go to these events, I look at those kids and the smiles on their faces and the times that they're having, and I don't see any disabilities in those kids. I just see pure love and happiness, and it's such a heartwarming experience. So today I would just like to leave you with the idea that the Houston Buddy Walk is a super inspiring event that inspires thousands of people, and it has been a huge part of my life, and Max has been a huge inspiration to me in the way that he carries himself through life and stays positive, even though he can't hardly communicate everything that he wants to communicate. It's just been awesome to see him grow up and be a part of his life and his family. I would like you to consider, maybe if you ever see a Houston Buddy Walk going on, maybe consider stopping by and just experiencing it for yourself sometime. I promise you, you won't be disappointed with what you find. Thank you.